What's up, guys? Rone here, RoneZoneFitness.com. I just want to go over some of the basic cycles that I see a lot and that I see guys get great results with. Because I get this question a lot. I get it. It's probably the most asked question that I get. You know, what should I start out with, or you know, what should I take if I want to get bigger, if I want to get cut, this, that. So I just want to throw out some basic cycles that I get a lot, and that I see guys have a lot of success with. Now, as always, if you have any specific questions after this video, you can go to my website, or you can email me on here, you can Facebook me, or you can text our info line, and that number's on the website at the top of the page. So let's go over a good beginner cycle. Anything from Haladrol to Epistane are both going to be good beginner cycles, simply because they're really low in side effects. Epistane is a DHT based steroid, so there's not going to be any estrogen conversion. So you're not going to have to worry about, you know, getting gyno on cycle. There is still a possibility of a estrogen rebound once you're on PCT. So once your cycle is over, so you definitely want to take a PCT. That's because that's a possibility. But while you're on cycle, you don't have to worry about, you know, getting bitch tits or anything like that. So that's always a good draw for a beginner, not to have to worry about all these different side effects. And not to mention, Epistane is a very it's an active steroid. It's not a prohormone. It's already an active steroid, so I mean it just happens to be legal. And I tell people that, and they don't understand how a steroid can be legal. But guys, that up until like 3 years ago, or even back in maybe 5 years ago, there was some really potent steroids out there that were still legal. Like most notably, Superdrol is not legal anymore, and that was a crazy strong anabolic steroid that was being sold over the counter. So don't be too, I guess, naive to the fact. I mean, I get guys that approach me and think that I'm some kind of like illegal steroid pusher. You know, that's not what I'm doing here. All these products are legal. They may not be legal for long, but you know, there's always new products rolling out, and there's always new ones getting banned. Just recently, we've had a lot of bans. So anyway, that's a quick tangent that I went off on there. But anyway, Epistane, like I said, it's an active steroid, and it's great for building strength. I mean, you can build mass on Epistane, but really, I've found that it excels at strength gains. So it's very great for that. So if you're a strength athlete, or you know, you just like to power lift, you like to push a lot of weight, Epistane would be a great thing to take either as a standalone or even in a stack. Haladrol 2 is great for a beginner cycle. Very low in side effects. You're not going to get like huge explosive gains, but the gains that you do make on Haladrol will be, you know, you can be sure it's lean body mass, and it'll be easy to keep during PCT. You're not going to gain 20 pounds in 4 weeks, and then during PCT, you know, you lose 15 of those pounds, because it's just like glycogen and all that. So that's a good draw about a good quality about Haladrol, is you can be sure you can keep the vast majority of your gains that you make on cycle throughout your PCT and onward. And that's also it's good for strength. Not quite as much as Epistane, but for some people it is. But I've found for the majority of people, Epistane works better for strength gains. Now, if you're looking for a kind of, I guess you could call it an advanced stack, or the advanced products for lifters that have been lifting longer, or they just want to go for pure size, they're just trying to get bigger, I would definitely say methylstimbolone and dimethazine are right up there. Dimethazine is actually similar to Superdrol, but it's still legal. It's two Superdrol molecules that are linked together. So very similar to Superdrol, but for whatever reason not quite as potent. Doesn't garner the same results, but like I said, it's also an active steroid, and it's also very potent. I mean, it's still a steroid. You can still build a lot of muscle on it. So again, that one does have some, I mean, it is methylated, so there's going to be some liver hepatotoxicity, but you know, as long as you take your support supplements and as long as you're keeping an eye on your blood levels, that's really not too much of a concern. You just don't want to overdo it as far as dosing or length of time that you're taking it. At the very most, the most that I would recommend you stay on a strong oral like that would be 8 weeks. And you know, I see guys run 8 weeks all the time, and I check their bloods and all that, and they come out just fine. But any more than that, and you kind of start running into a wall where the gains stop coming, and it's just you know, it's just time to take a break. So 8 weeks is good. I've really, that's why on my site I have 4 weeks and 8 week cycles and nothing more than that, because I really wouldn't recommend taking, you know, orals for any longer than 8 weeks. Now, okay, so that's dimethazine, and methylstimulone is also really good for gaining mass. Now, it actually, I want to talk about myotropic ratings, which basically just means a compound's affinity for building muscle, and methylstimulone actually has a higher one than Superdrol did. So I haven't had a chance to have or check out as many logs, and just with my own customers with the methylstimulone, because we haven't been carrying it that long. But just from the online research and some of the logs that I've seen, the results have been pretty similar to Superdrol. And I just bring up Superdrol a lot because it was a great product before they banned it, and people were getting explosive gains. I mean, really good gains on it, even at 20 milligrams a day, which you can dose methylstimulone very similar to that, around 20 to maybe even 30 milligrams a day, and get amazing results that way. And same goes there. I wouldn't recommend doing that for any more than 8 weeks. And without a doubt, no matter what you take, don't forget, guys, always take your PCT no matter what. There are some freaks of nature out there that don't need PCT, and maybe their balls come back just like that, and their test levels come right back. But you don't want to chance that. You don't want to get gyno. You don't want to have your nuts all small for the next few months. Just take a proper PCT, bring them back quickly, and that way you ensure you keep most of your gains, and you also just bring your body back to homeostasis. That's the main thing. It's about health, and it's about keeping your gains. So it's a win-win for you and your body, and your on the outside and on the inside. Keep your gains on the outside, keep your health on the inside, and really that's it. I mean, those are the 2 cycles that I see the most. Well, I can talk to you about a bridge cycle real quick. A lot of guys like to run, they'll run like methylstimulone for 4 weeks, say for building some mass, and then they'll bridge into Epistane for the rest of those next 4 weeks. So basically still 8 weeks, but they're bridging into Epistane those last 4 weeks to build strength and to solidify the gains that they made on methylstimulone or on dimethazine or something similar. So I see great success with that too, with a lot of my customers. So that's also something you can try if you're more of an advanced lifter, or if you're just a bigger guy. Anyway, any questions you do have, like I said, feel free to ask me specific questions. And that's it for this video. Kind of went all over the place on this one, but y'all get the idea. Just trying to throw some ideas out there. But like this, subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.
And this, oh my mouth is mine.